Hey guys, this is
Hey,
Stephanie.
we're Disciple at...
Yes.
Oh, sorry, what?
That's it.
I'm just kidding.
Hey guys, this is Stephanie with Jesus Wired, back again with Disciple, talking about the new record. This album is pretty creative, musically and lyrically. So how do you guys keep coming up with different ideas?
We're always into new stuff, listening to new bands or trying new things as writers. So I think it's just from how active we stay as listeners of music and writers of music. There's probably 4 or 5 songs that don't make the album for everyone that does. So they're the experiments, and the album is the product that came out the right way, I guess.
And all 4 of us are highly influenced by different styles of music. Like me and Andrew are definitely the most similar as far as liking a lot of the heavier metal and all that stuff. And Kevin,
You can say it.
yeah, Kevin likes the 80s hair metal.
1880s.
Josiah's
David
favorite
Crockett's greatest hits.
Josiah's favorite band is the Beach Boys, so he has a lot of the pop influence. So it's cool how it all kind of comes together. I think that's what keeps it creative and fresh.
Yeah, well, too, I would say that this lineup, we are the first album we did together as Attack, and we were all very new to the band still, and kind of trying to figure out how we worked together, how we wrote together, and admittedly trying to make songs that sounded like Disciple to us. And this time around, we definitely were more of a unit from the beginning with this vision that we kind of found ourselves in, and so we feel like we've reached what our dynamic can do, from the start.
Yeah, I definitely think you guys all gel together really well, just like with ideas and musically and everything.
Thank you.
So I think this song.
Edit that out.
The song Black Hole, I think, is especially creative. And I love how you compare black holes in space with the scars on Jesus' hands. So how did you come up with that metaphor, and what does it mean to you?
I don't know. Like, it was a really cool thing, and once we did it, I was like, that's pretty cool. I don't think I've ever heard of Jesus' hands. Like the purpose of black holes, their function, as David Decker would say, is to like just kind of steal everything, that comes near it. It just absorbs it and takes it in, and that's also the function of Jesus, his death on the cross. And it was one of those things that I think it happened by accident. Like, we were just writing, and we just said, I think we came up with the line first, like the black hole exists to steal all the way. You can project all your pain onto me, but then the idea later, I think we wrote that first, and the idea for the bridge later, his hands being the black holes. So it was just one of those cool little things. I think somebody else was involved with the lyrics a little bit more than we were. So I think that's what it was.
My upstairs neighbor is really good. Nice. Just kidding. He's talking about God. I don't have an upstairs neighbor. I thought you were saying that God was your upstairs neighbor.
Well, that's a good point.
Let's go. Man upstairs. Hello. Wait, where's that Santa Claus?
It's totally.
We'll check. We'll check.
So what inspired the song Spinning?
Spinning was a song. My uncle died last year, and he was the youngest of all of my aunts and uncles, and so and the healthiest one, and all the unhealthy ones are all still alive. And it's really fun. It's not funny, but it's funny that that everyone just always assumed that they would be the ones to go first. And so when I was at his funeral, he was a pastor, and there was just a lot of lives that he had touched just everywhere, and it was really cool in the sense that just seeing this man's life and what it impacted his life left. It was really cool to be at a funeral where you see somebody who had like literally made a difference in all of these people's lives, and I was just in a funk over it and thinking about it, and I think there's times in our relationship with God where there's questions that we have that either we're never going to get the answer to, or even if we do get the answer, we're not going to be okay with the answer. And I think that's was one of those days for me. I was like, we love to ask God why, and I was asking God why that day, and all these people that loved him, their world was spinning out of control, and he was a good man, and I was just thinking about how the world just doesn't really stop to pause and say thanks for living here. Okay, you know, whatever. The world just says see ya, and we're moving on, whether it's bad or good or whatever. And I was just having one of those moments where I was just thinking about it, and the end result of it was just that, you know, there's questions that we're always going to have that we're not going to have answers to, and I'm going to just decide to be okay with that and just let God hold me and just take me through while the world is spinning. Just as long as I know He's got me, I don't really need to know all the answers to all the questions. That's kind of where it came from.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that too.
Yeah. That was a cool one too, because we had the idea for the framework of the verses
long
being,
time.
you know, something, 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 and the world keeps spinning. And that was, over, I mean, close to a year probably that you had that idea.
Long time,
and
yeah.
then wrote a lot of different versions of it. Even on the way to the studio, I remember we were in the car coming up with different stanzas and better ones and better ones and better ones.
Yep.
And we ended up with dozens of different verse idea lyrics, and finally ended up with the ones that are on the album the day of the recording of the vocals.
Yeah, these guys come up with demos and really put them together. I more come up with ideas, and they just sit for a while, and then we all of a sudden just put them all together, you know.
It's
So,
good. It's a good.
Yeah.
And didn't we get together and put Spinning together like right before we recorded it?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he had the chords. He
Yeah.
knew the chords and what the feel was. And
Yeah.
I remember the
it was the only one that didn't have a demo before we recorded it.
Right.
We recorded it in the studio. All the other ones had demos, and that's kind of like if I get an idea, and that's one of those things like, you know, sometimes if we know an idea is going to be good and we didn't have time to demo it, but we just knew it was a good idea, we were like, we just went ahead and went with it. Most of the time we'll demo to kind of sit with stuff and think, is it good, is it not? But it was one of those where we knew it was a good idea, we knew it was going to be good, so we just went in the studio and did it without a demo.
Yeah, I think it works quite well.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Can you tell us a little bit about the creating process behind the song "Come My Way," both like the lyrics and musically?
That one had a lot of different versions. Started out with an idea or a demo that I kind of started 2 years ago, maybe.
Right
It was a
after
long
Attack.
time ago. Yeah, right after Attack came out. And I didn't. It was just a bunch of verses, pretty much, and then a guitar solo. And we all loved the feel of it, and I really worked hard on the demo to get that dark kind of feel to inspire what we were going for. And was listening to it a lot over the coming months, and Kevin was like, it should build to a big, you know, climactic chorus. And so he wrote that, and we added it in, and a lot of that darkness that we were kind of going for made its way into the final product in a really cool way. I think Aaron Sprinkle did a great
Did we
job.
change the perspective of the song? Who was singing the song? Like it seemed like it was like the bad guy singing the song.
Yeah, we
but it
kind of
wasn't
changed
at the beginning or
some
something?
pronouns and kind of tried to figure out, because there was an idea of maybe it should be God singing to a person,
God
or maybe
singing
it
to a
should be a person
Yeah.
singing
We're
to
trying
God.
to figure out who was singing the song. You
Yeah.
know, like those are questions, but we ended up saying like it's Temptation singing the song.
Right. Well, and even the lyrics that I wrote for the verses originally were supposed to just be kind of like replaced later. Like they were very vague and kind of weird, but I wanted to just
Loved it.
inspire this darkness. And he was like, let's just keep them.
Yeah, it was so dark, so cool.
Yeah,
A lot of
so it was a cool collaborative thing, and like I said, Aaron contributed a lot to the sounds that are going on in the song, and everyone killed it on their parts, so I think it came out really unique.
Yeah,
It's great.
definitely a very cool finished product.
Yeah,
Yeah.
play it live in spring.
Yeah.
Do it live.
Play it live.
And lastly, what do you hope that people get from this album? Like, what kind of message do you want people to take away?
I think that's the same with every album. We want our songs to emotionally connect with people to a point where after they hear a song that it moves them. It reaches them in a way that only the gospel can, or only the way that music can, and the way that we want. Our hope is to move them is closer to Christ, and wherever they are, it doesn't matter if they're Christian or non-Christian, hurting, on cloud nine, in their life, that it would be a moving, song to move them, and that's every album, and this album is no different.
I think it's a really encouraging album too. When we got it, complete, and
listen to it front to back, it's all very like exciting and uplifting for people that are choosing to live this life. So I think it's a good, you know, walkout anthem album.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think it's relatable too. It covers a lot of different like aspects of, you know, the human experience and what people can go through in their life. So, good all around album.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thanks so much, guys, for joining me. Make sure you guys check out their album, Facebook, Twitter. I'm sure you can find them, iTunes, wherever music is sold. So,
Yep. The
thanks,
CD is
guys.
also for sale on our website, disciplerocks.com.
Here you go.
There we go.
All right. Thanks.
Thanks, Stephanie.
No problem.